Why do you cry in your stone heart? How much desire? Why do your tears stream down the sea? Why give your love to the pebble?
Warning: sensitive content.
So, all 3 monks vomited out all kinds of meat, like chicken meat, cow meat, beef, and then dog meat. Only the nun, she vomited vegetables. So the old man said to them, "This is already the top of the God's mountain. You are already in the Buddha's land. But here you vomited out all the animal meats, which are forbidden. So how can you call yourself a real practitioner? You cannot become a Buddha." And then the old man pointed to the nun and said, "Okay, you just go alongside this path and go all the way up to the mountain top. Don't go down, go up. You're almost there." So the nun continued to follow the path to go up to the top of the mountain. And then she became a Buddha. She became Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva has many, many magical powers. She is powerful. She can destroy any of the bad ghosts and demons so they don't bother the good people on the planet. From that day on, even up to this day, the family and the clan of the nun still continue to worship Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And every New Year, whenever they worship Kuan Yin Bodhisattva in the New Year, they put out a bowl of vegetable soup. And the other 3 monks were feeling so ashamed that they could not become Buddhas, and then they lost all the merit that they had accumulated through their diligent and ascetic practice. So all of them became very, very sad, and then they died in the middle of the mountain. Because they died in the middle of nowhere, so nobody knew, nobody buried them. So the legend has it that whoever passes by that area, they should bring with them a handful of dirt or some stones to throw onto that area, as if to make a tomb for them. And that area, people call it the Buddha's tomb, Buddha in parentheses. And then this kind of Buddha's tomb keeps rising higher and higher. It became a hill. So people call that the Buddhist hill. That is a story of the 3 Buddhist monks who have not become Buddhas. From this story, we can see that if we just practice on the outside and the inside, we have not really regulated well, not really controlled well, not really became a naturally compassionate person, then no matter how long we practice or what kind of practice we do outwardly, it will not bring a lot of success. This is just a story, but it is like that, logically speaking. We have to practice from inside, within, because the Buddhas or heavens, they all know what we think, not just what we do. We cannot cheat heavens and all the divinities and the Buddhas or the saints. Thus, if we fake it like we are good practitioners, but we don't really practice well, we don't really put our heart into it, and we are not really sincere, then we are not pure enough to become a Buddha. Or at least meaning that we are not a pure practitioner. We are not a real saint. Just have the body that maybe looks like a saint, and the clothes maybe look like a saintly Buddha or monk or nun, but we are really not. So any practitioner, especially the Kuan Yin practitioners, we should consider to be absolutely pure in our motive. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how long we say we are practicing, we go nowhere. Some people will eat vegan or vegetarian, but are still thinking of meat and fish and the like. Even just to think about them is like the real thing. So these monks, they vomited out the things that they wished to eat, though they did not physically consume them, they vomited them out the same. So all the 5 precepts that thou shalt not kill, meaning we are vegan. But then the desire inside must also be cut. Mostly the Kuan Yin practitioners, they don't have difficulty with that. If they're sincere, they don't even think of meat or fish anymore. And even if they do, they feel very ugly and impossible to even think to eat that. And if they go to the supermarket, for example, they would try to avoid the meat and fish and animals, dead corpse area. If they have to pass by, it feels very uncomfortable. They have to pass by very quickly and don't even want to look at that because they know it came from the terror, the suffering of other beings. And that makes them feel painful also. I guess the story is very, very simple, even though my translation is not all that perfect, but you understood. And I hope that you remember that the real practice is inside, within, not the outside. That's why often, normally we, the practitioners, don't tell of our inside spiritual visions. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes okay. But for good intentions, we can tell in front of the master or in the assembly, not to boast. If we have the intention to boast about it, we will lose it and we won't have it again. Or even if we have it, the master power will cover it, so you don't see it, so you cannot boast again about the secret of heavens. I wish all of you, no matter what situation, to continue to hold on to your faith, meditate well with all your heart, all your mind, all your sincerity, not just to benefit yourself, your family, your friends, or whomever around you, your neighbors, but also to benefit the whole world. And for that, I thank you. God bless. God bless all of us. God bless the world in time of trouble. There's not much more I can say or want to say anymore. I just wish the humanity wakes up and realizes what's good for them and what is not, before it's too late. It's not just about their health, their well-being on this planet in their present lifetime, but it's about the next life where punishments are waiting for them in such a terrorizing manner that they could not even imagine. But it will happen if people don't change into a more benevolent lifestyle, befitting the children of God and according to the law of the universal love. Thank you to all of you for being good, for being awakened soon enough. Take care. I'm always with you. Pray God to keep you safe. Pray God for others who are still veiled by ignorance. God love.
What is here to search for endless pain or sorrow or